Hello. Uh, Gonna try to finish my phone UI. It's not done yet. Oh, I guess I need to finish some other things too. One thing I can do is turn that down. Who needs it to be that loud right now? Alright. Come on. Where's the volume? Here we go. Point 2. Is that good enough? Let's turn it way down. Point 1. Two. My character. Sandbox character. Okay. Let's go down to here. Did I delete that? Was strafing? I did not. I did not. Well, we do want to set that to not. Need to set once a strafe to not being true. Because if we do not, here I'll show you. This is where the last video left off. We have our animation where we take out the phone. The problem is he turns towards the camera, wherever that may be. And the reason for that is because he is set to strafe. But if we turn it to not strafe like this, we can point the camera at him, even close, and then we can hit too. And we can do it that way. But if we're strafing, you can see the problem. So what I want to do is I want to figure out what the player was doing when I hit this button. And if he was already set to not strafe, then we will set that to not strafe. If we were set to strafe, we will undo that. Whatever it is, we want to know what it was before we turn it off so that he doesn't turn around. And then at the end, we will reset it to whatever it was. Set once to strafe. We would just get whatever was strafing and then put that here. Hello. Just fixing the logic. So that way, so here for strafing, like so, but we want to see him open, take out the phone. No. Alright, 1 second. Why did that happen? That shouldn't be happening. Oh, okay, I know what's going on. This has more to do with the camera rotation update, I think. Meaning, when we are set to not strafe, where is it? Event, okay, pre-MC tick, update rotation. So when we are set to strafe, we use controller desired rotation, and when we are not, we do not do that. Oops. So I think that's the problem here. So can we tell it to stop updating the camera? Let's see what happens if we do that. We might have to do both, but let's see if we can just do one. So this Boolean will tell it that they don't need to update movement and rotation for while this phone is out. Theoretically. Alright. So, see, I know it doesn't do it when we're not strafing though. See, if we do this and I'm not strafing anymore, I can aim it at him and he will not turn around. So it has to be something to do with this strafing issue. So we want to set to not strafe. Let's just see if this works before I set up the rest of the logic. I might have to put a delay in. That is crazy to me right now. All right. What else is happening? Is it orient? Might have to delay it till next tick. Bro. What else doesn't update when it's... That's crazy to me right now. Is it orient rotation? Honestly, it shouldn't matter. Like, he's being told not to strafe. Oh, you know, it's because this is there now. It's no longer updating. But hold on, that shouldn't... This is stumping me a little bit. And I'm not sure why it's not working when I set strafe to false. Is it turning there? It is. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I lost you both because I have no freaking idea what's going on. That's fine. It's so bizarre. It really is curiouser and curiouser. I just want to... What's this saying? Is this not working? See, he does it. He's not doing it anymore. He still does it the first time. Um, it's because the capsule is turned around, but so it's turning. So it's turning where the capsule is facing, and then if you keep doing it, it doesn't. It's not going to turn him around again. It turned him around because I hit right click, but. See, I'm already. People are like, "You're not doing anything that has to do with UI." I know. I just want to. I want to figure this out. Um, I wonder if I can turn this to like. Can I set? Can you set relative rotation? And it's the main one. Sorry, I'm not working on UI yet. I'm trying to figure out this thing I thought would be easy. Has to do with the camera rotation. Man, it's so annoying. Okay, let's see what the okay, since it is working when you do this, what else is happening down here? When you go to when you toggle off wants to strafe, the only other thing it does is update input state server. Well, hold on. Okay, so let me see something real quick here. I think it has to do with like movement input. Because if I just switch to wants to strafe without moving and I hit 2, I think I will still turn around. Of course not. Because I don't have my shit put together. Alright, so I'm looking forward. I turn it to wants to strafe. I hit 2. He'll turn around. Okay. So I need to tell it to move somehow. To add a little bit of movement input. Or maybe I can set world rotation. And I'll get the rotation of my mesh. Maybe? What's going to happen then? Oops. Everything's so broken in this freaking thing. Like, you can't just do normal stuff. It's so dumb. Like, I can't just get. Like, I should be able just to set the world rotation as my mesh and it should just work. So over this, like, experimental node that you can't even bypass because if you bypass it, it gives you a error. Oh, we can't bypass this experimental node. Yeah. I almost just want this to be like its own variable that just always passes it. Variable pass pass over offset root bone. This will fix one issue where my character just rotates randomly when he's just standing. He rotates to wherever if I switch to doesn't want the strafe, he should just start turning. Of course he doesn't. Oh, he's not going to because I did this. It's always false. Right here, if I put it to true, now we can see what happens. So just start turning. Yeah, okay. So yeah, he just starts turning. I'm not sure if that happens if I'm set to wants to strafe. Right now I'm strafing. I think because it's like yeah. Oh no, he started to do it. So no, he doesn't rotate when I have it on a strafe. But if I set it to not wants a strafe, then he will start turning when I go around it. Come on, don't make me a liar. There we go. And then when I go straight. I'm set on strafe now. I just want to go around a curve just to see what happens. No, yeah, he still does turn, even when I'm set to strafing. So this thing... This will prevent that. God knows what else it will break. So yeah, doing that creates this thing where now I'm sliding rather than stepping. So what do I hate more? That or just turning randomly when I'm standing still? What's happening? I really don't like that he just spins. you do need that node. That's frustrating. What I need to do is I need to tell the capsule to face the same direction as my mesh. Why am I typing an arrow? Hidden in game. Problem is with the mesh, when that node is active, it like will send the arrow in different directions, I believe. Why is it disappearing? What is happening? Okay. It's like blocked by the. This is the perfect angle. Alright, and then this one too. Right. So this one is set to. This one's actually attached to the attach one, so let's just go ahead and get rid of that. There we go. So you see there, even though my mesh is facing forward, it's saying that he's facing backward. So and he will and then when I hit the montage button, he's going to turn in that direction every single time. If I attach it to the root, then what happens? What if I can just tell it to do that rotation? Let's see here. Hello, sorry, I'm not working on the UI yet. I'm found this other problem I want to work on. Do the rotation issues when I pull out my phone. Of course, it like kind of works. That needs to be done first. Otherwise, it's just going to save the not strafing state, which is not what I want to do. That's what if I do this first? I'm saying the rotation of the capsule, which doesn't, the capsule rotation shouldn't rotate me, since like it's the capsule that's rotating this way right now. Like the capsule's behind me, I'm not facing that way right now. That's so bizarre. Like, just so why is he here? So what is facing what? Like, that's, yeah, that's, I don't know. Maybe I should just work on the UI for now. I just, we'll just work on our UI, whatever. Alright, right now what do we have? We have our web browser. Just turn visibility off on this. It already is. Everything's still hit test. So when I click on the mail button, gotta want to create like same idea as what's going on here. I really, is there like something I'm missing? Why I can't just like not see this right now? I almost like need to wrap it with the widget switcher and only play. I think I should almost duplicate this. That's crazy to me. Message browser. And then these will be like the vertical box here will add like children to it. But these will be messages. So hold on. Yeah. And honestly, these should just these will need to be like special buttons like messages. That's fine. Need something similar to what we're doing with the key button. Because we get we need a message button that basically is going to say the message that we received. It needs to have the text and maybe like the sender. Here. Oh, you know what? Can I just like delete this? Delete. Can I just add a button? Come on. And I've frozen. I have been frozen. Why is this happening? Button. No, I think that you need to have like yeah, okay, here we are. Button. Alright, so W B widget button mail message. Not sure if I should have just done well. We'll see. We need a string. This will be the message. Text. You know what? I think we do need just to be a normal widget because I can't like add text the way I want to on this. So let's go ahead and delete this. Maybe if you have common UI, you can do that, but so I'm just going to duplicate this. No. Let's go. W mail message. And then let's just add a button. Okay. And actually the message button. Button message. See here. String. Spawn. Text. Message. And then duplicate this. Then text. Center. Something like that. Though most of the time it will just be question mark, or maybe some crazy font. So, can I put a vertical box in here? It might not allow me to. Okay, I can. All right. And then text. Okay. Um, Fill. All right. So this will be center. Text. And then get another text. Message text. And then this can be, they're both set to fill. Like 0.2. I don't know. I guess that the message could be everything. I don't know. Anyways, we all know what mail looks like. This will just be a test. It's not going to look exactly like mail. But the event construct, we will get our sender text and set text. All right, go away with our sender. And then we'll do the same thing. Oh my gosh. Do the same thing with this. We'll just replace this. So hotspot, we need to know this information. So let's go back to our phone widget. Second here. We're gonna add, this will be our message container. VB message container. And need to add children. There should be more like, we'll do like a for each loop or something. Yeah, we need to have some data coming in here. That will be like an array of messages that we're probably getting from our player. Just the question is when does it happen and exactly how does it happen? Like when in the game am I getting a message and then what triggers it? Because that's when it gets added to me. Here, it'll get added to here somehow. This is where I'm also spawning the phone widget. We can play. So we need to create a struct and a data table for our messages, or at least a struct. Could just be a map, maybe, but I don't know. It's fine. Where are my data tables? Where am I putting those? Yeah, let's just keep everything here. Let's move that here. Cleanness. Okay. Messages. So, new row. What are we gonna call it? I don't know. Let's just come up with a placeholder name. Um, Frog Corp. Thank you for accepting this position. Please accept. Um, we have purchased your train ticket for you. See below for details. Your train leaves. Something to that effect. It'll be more. It'll be. All right. Okay. 1 second. I'm having an allergy attack. To have an array. Well, guess we could just add the data table. Yeah. Oh, it's fine. Add a table. Well, no, we don't want that because the data table is it's going to store all the messages, and we only want to display it if it's. Well, no, we can do that. We can still do that. What we need to do is add another thing to say we received. Boolean. Player. I don't know. Oh my gosh. I don't know how to spell received. I before E except after C, but I feel like that is not working in here. That looks wrong. All right. This is one of the things I hate the most about myself, but I do not know how to spell. That's right. All right. Um, okay. So this, no, but you can't edit data in here. My bad. You cannot edit data once it's in there. So this might, we need to think of another way. Well, I can go by row name and just add a bunch of row names to my character and call it messages. Messages received. And have that be a string and have it be an array. And I need to have like an event set up here inside the level that spawns like messages. Um, so where's my character right now? Let's just do something really quick and end the level. Um, just add a trigger box real quick. Just want to get the functionality working here. Because I don't know exactly how I'm going to spawn it. I guess I will want like a blueprint message spawner. Based on when he like successfully does something in a train. Um, Here, let's just create a blueprint. I have something similar to that with the key. Way complicated though. BP message sender. Add box. And we need to add a variable. That will be message sent. And it needs to be instance editable. And need to, on overlap with this box, we will cast to our sandbox character, which is fine since he's already in the level. And since we set it up to this node, if the cast fails, the code will not continue. But if we're in the world, which we should be, it will go forward with the code. And all we need to do is, I already had this correct, yes. We just need to get our message and then get messages. And then add unique. And then boom, message will be received. Let's see, add, I think that's fine. Keep this here. Windows, close this. Close this. Right. So in here, let's go ahead and, we already construct on event construct. Let's go ahead and get a reference to our, or create a reference to our player character. So we'll do this and then cast to sandbox. And just create a reference. Player reference. Okay. And then down here, we will get messages. Okay. And then we'll do a for each loop. So for every message he has, we will add a child. Which will be, no, we need to create a widget first and then add it as a child. So we will create widget, which is our button. No, yes, it's our message. I don't know why this is the one that's open. So, and then we will add this to that and still have it be this container. Right. So we got to get these messages. And we can do that by, we need to create a variable here. This is where we put the data table. Oh, come on. Let me just data table. All right. Set the data table. Okay. And then I need to remember the node for this actually. Let's go back to our train blueprints. It is get data table real name. Yeah. So data table row names. Names. I guess I don't need to have this in here as a variable. I can just pull up the table this way. For each loop. And we will check if this is equal to this, basically. Well, first we need to put in there. I guess I can do it by sender name. No. Maybe I need to have another string in here just to have like a map or just an identifier for the actual message that just has the same name. 1 second here. We can do that. And also just we'll just keep the string. Message 1. Okay. So we will get data table row. Or get. Do I even like need this? Yes, because I need the row names. Okay. And then break. So this. I'm going to change the order of this. Okay. So if this is equal I hate spaghetti. All right. Okay. If that's equal, then we will add the widget to the child. Can I run the project one time? Sure. Yeah. Sorry. here, I got, these are rooms. I got some keys to unlock other doors. And this is all like pro-type meshes too. Like somehow, oh no, game over. So yeah, I'll change these meshes eventually, but I can sit down. But I want the, I'm thinking like these trains will all be locked, and you'll get like messages from this like random person that will kind of tell you, will give you instructions on how to get from one car to another or something like that. Maybe not all of them. And I made this little cart here where you can walk outside. And then I have the phone. Oh, let's bring out that phone. But he only wants to, he always wants to turn right now in the direction of where the capsule's facing. So I gotta figure out that issue. Anyways. Oh, here, what else? Right, so far I just have the internet. Oh, I have that set to being collapsed right now. But basically when I use the phone and check the internet, it just says that there's no internet service. Let's just see if this works. It's collapsed. Visible. So what was it that I did? I think I just changed this to. So yeah, you can see it turns around to face where the capsule is facing. We're in airplane mode. I have a battery that I'm gonna, it's set to a progress bar right now, that this will go down over time, but it's not, that logic's not set up yet. So okay, so right now, let's just go ahead and just set up. Let's put one of these in the map. I need to get rid of these boxes too. I have these boxes right now um, on these train seats. But I need to just get rid of them and use a dot node because it'll conflict with other things like this. Like I don't want them to overlap with each other. Oh, I gotta attach this to the dang thing. What's car is this? Fine. Let me just say message one. Let's see what's when this happens. Let's say message received just for testing purposes. String. And play sound. Oops, not that one. No, that's fine. Okay. On begin overlap. Oh, it's because I'm constantly moving. All right, we'll just do this once. Or no, we'll just delete it after it. Just destroy. Destroy actor. It's because I'm constantly moving on the train. Let's go. So it's not working for some reason. First off, let's just make sure it's even accepting the press. Oh, when I copied it, I never turned down that. All right, so this is visible or this is collapsed? Collapsed, okay. And I don't think I actually ever changed the visibility to be visible. So, message browser. Is that right? Yeah. It's not visibility. So, where is it failing? What is it showing? What happens if I add a button to this or add text to this here? Why is there no text here? Show me the text. Okay. This one I just already changed that to being visible. That's why we can see it. No? Is that not the reason? So we're going to need to change this text color to... Well, actually, no. You might be able to see that over this. See what's going on here. Okay. So it's adding it. We just gotta change the the size of the text, and we need to put this in a scroll box. So let's wrap this with a scroll box. Okay. And then we already have I don't know if we need this to be a variable, so. Excuse me. What size text are we using on the web browser? And 7. Let's try 7. So that's too hard to see. Where's the actual scroll box here? First off, this needs to be auto wrap. It could be. And I just almost feel like when we click on this, it should bring up like another menu, not like a bigger thing than just on the phone. And it's not terrible the way that just looks right now. Obviously we'll want to fix this, but my question is how do we, like the way it places the messages, like if we get a new message, where does it place it? That'll be the next. I think it's going to place it under there, and we want it to go on top, so I got to figure that out. But we'll just see, just in case. Okay, so let's go ahead and add a second message to the data table. Message 2. this message too. And sender's name. Check under the last bench. I was going to say the last bench on the left or right, but it's like, who's left, who's right? That will be confusing for people checking it. Whatever. Okay. Let's go ahead and duplicate this. It's fine. We'll just put that here. Message 2. You know, these all need to be like wrapped in the scroll box too. Like this itself is going to get so big it needs to maybe be wrapped in. So let's see what that looks like. This message will already be in the phone by default. So yeah, it puts it under it, and I want it to be on top. I guess the scroll box only will appear when it's necessary. So hold up, I want... Now that we know that works, we can remove it from here. Then we can, by default, place it in this. That way when the train starts in the beginning of the game, that message will be waiting for you if you check your messages. Theoretically, of course. Okay, so how are we going to tell it? I think what we can do is we add something to the width. When we add something, if we add unique, it'll put it. Let's see what other add things we have. Add. The other array options there are. Insert. So if you insert at 0, does it just keep pushing them down? Or does it take over the new? So hold on, let's see. No? That just puts it on top. Okay, what happens if you, I don't know, get two of them? Here, actually, let's get rid of this. Duplicate. Check. Behind you. No, behind you. Uh, that's interesting. I think we need to clear children before we do this each time. But I'm not 100% sure why that did it twice. Hold on a second. DT messages. I didn't change this to message 3, that's why. Message 3. And then also in this, I didn't change that to message 3. I don't think we're going to need to actually clear children. So if I click on it, maybe add it like a widget here that's maybe easier to read. I want to also put some padding in between. Stop doing that. Just add padding overall. I'll just add some padding here. What does that look like? And also do this. Or maybe it's just from. Let's do that. Okay. I should have a should add an exit out of this thing at the very top. At the very top of this scroll bar. No, at the very top of this, I want a horizontal box. Fill it. I don't want to fill it. No. Actually, let's see what it looks like when I hit fill and I add something else to it. Well, I need to add what I wanted to add here in the first place. Button. And this will be message close. Wait, see, we'll stop it. Here. You have an X. I have a D-pad, not an X. Well, that's fine. We'll just put an X in there for now. It's literally set to right here. There we go. So yep, when I hit this, clicked, unpressed. What am I using when clicked? Okay, so I think this is where I would need to maybe clear it, because I think if I don't clear it here, when I open it up again, it'll add them again. So let's see here. All the messages, that is. So I need to clear. Can I clear children here, or do I need to do it here at the beginning? so it cleared the X too. Okay. That's fine. We can remove this out of there. We might not be able to actually. Well, that's not terrible. Let's see what that looks like. Okay. Okay, that's good for now, I think. Now I want to try to figure out this issue of why I'm turning around when I open up my phone. Because right now, if I'm not set to strafe, no, if I'm set to strafe and I hit 2 to open my phone, my guy will turn around and face the direction that my capsule is facing. However, if I'm not strafing and I walk around like this, I can pull up my phone without turning around. So the issue is just the way the capsule like moves with the camera, the controller, quote unquote. And so when I hit my montage button, it's set to a root bone, so it forces him to turn around. So also, so seated. Do I have phone? Am I checking for that? Phone out. I do have it. Yeah. So this is an experimental node that kind of creates some issues for some animations. It also makes it so your mesh will spin with like the orientation of the world. I don't know if you've noticed my guy when he's on his phone, he'll like start spinning. That's because the train is moving around the map, and sometimes it's spinning like this. So when we go around these bends, my character will like try to orient himself wherever the like in relation to wherever the capsule's facing. But if you bypass that node, it will get rid of that. But the thing is that node is important for other things. Like if you bypass it here, he'll just start turning around with the camera. Anyways. But you see now that I'm on the phone and I bypass that. No, he's still turning. Am I still sending this? I know. Hold on a second. See this? Like it just turns. So that node's important, but hello everyone. See, I'm bypassing it now. I've had it set to false, so now he's not turning. So I'm a little curious why he's turning when I... Because my phone is out. Could be a different node that's... Oh. Well, that might be a good time just to call it a day and try to research what's going on here. Otherwise, you guys are going to see me reconnect a node and then disconnect it, reconnect it, disconnect it until it works. So, let's see here. Phone out. If my phone is out, if that's true, I don't want this. Wait, yes I do. If my phone is out, if that's true, yeah, I did want that. I feel like there's something going on here. Well, movement input. One thing about the sandbox character is rotations are set to our rotations are set to be changed with movement inputs rather than like traditional set rotation or set relative rotation and things like that. Problem is to get an add movement input to work correctly, you need like to either run it on a tick or on a timer by event so that there's enough movement inputs to actually get their character to step forward. So let's see here. We set timer by event. I'm also thinking that if I put like a scene node here in front of my player, I can do like a motion warping to just look in front of like wherever that is, but that probably won't work due to the nature of the mesh rotating and the capsule rotating. But if this doesn't work, I'll try that. So this is some event. Fixed bone turning. I don't even want to loop this so much, so let's get I have this arrow that I have placed onto my guy. Because that at least points in the correct direction. So I can usually get at least where the forward of that. It's a little bit to the side, but so let's get this. Get forward vector. Just want to get actor location. And add y. Float. I think I kind of want to get my world direction. So what happens if I just do that? Let's see what he does. So he will run in the direction I'm facing. I only need to do it for like a split second. Well, I can just do a delay and then a timer by event and just remove it. Delay. And then clear. And then validate timer by hand. Let's see what this does. It's not as bad. It's because you see he's stupid. It's not facing directly in front of him, is it? So that didn't work at all. I think part of it is because he can't even move the direction he's trying to move in. Let's see what he just does here. He sometimes does it right. I just put this further out. Can I increase the strength of that? See, I don't want it to be. I can't delay too long because then my guy will literally just start running before he takes out his phone. It's like, okay, yeah, like that looks so weird. And then he turns anyways. Let me try the motion warping thing. So that's not a good solution. If I arrow add a scene. I want to warp. I just want to warp rotation, so I guess it doesn't matter. want to put something on this so I can see where it's actually at. Let's just put a small arrow on this too. Why not? Just arrows for everything. I didn't put it not hidden. Okay. So in our let's find this. So do we need a warp target name? Yeah, I think we do. Let's call it turn. Second here. Let's try this. I'm skeptical this will work. We'll see. So why would he turn that direction? I just remove that, what does it do? Nothing, right? Hello. Dealing with rotation issues. I really don't want him to turn around to open his phone. See, like, it's still don't know why this isn't working either. Like, oh, I know why. It's, well, no, I don't know why actually. I was gonna say it has to do with when I'm turning the phone, but all right. Well, I think I'm gonna call it a night here. I'm getting pretty tired, and I need to try to think about what exactly is going on here. Maybe figure out solutions. Originally here I was like, oh well, since it works when I'm not strafing, then I can just turn it to not strafe. And like in theory that would work. But the problem is, so like here I'm not strafing. You know, I pull out the phone, and that's fine, right? But the problem is if I am strafing, and then I turn it to not strafe, and I don't move, and there's no movement input, it will turn around. So I know that's a very rare scenario where someone is standing still from strafe and then they switch into not strafe and then hit 2. But really what the main issue is when you set the strafe. It just turns around. So yeah, I'm gonna head to bed, try to figure this out, and then hopefully I'll have a solution for y'all tomorrow. Thanks for stopping by, and I will catch you